Haven't made a video in a while. I've been really sick. You heard me talk about the ticks on Long Island, how horrendous they are. Even when you spray yourself with Prematin, you still get bit. I was feeling tired, achy, I had chills. I was absolutely horrible. Felt like I was going to die. Went to the doctor. They did a tick panel. I had Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So they put me on 14 days of antibiotics, and I had more symptoms, like cold symptoms. They did a nasal swab. I had COVID, so I had COVID and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So after the 14 days, I started sitting out a little bit. It's hunting season, and I didn't take anything. I could have had the opportunity to take turkeys. I'll put some video in. You can see the turkeys going right by my blind. I could have shot them, but the turkey season down here is short and it's over. So I still have the January 31st to go out in the woods and try and get a deer. You know, I'm feeling a little better. But the thing I wanted to discuss is this is my hunting bow. I got this 15-inch Morrison riser with a high grip, and I absolutely love this bow. I love the riser. And what I have on here now is a Yucca 45-pound, 100% Ureg limbs, okay? And the thing is, I noticed, see, we know with bow noise, we don't want to twang like a guitar string. In nature, there's things like a thud, like an apple falling from a tree, acorns falling, things like that, that deer really, you know, they may look, but they're not alarmed by. Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you had a drum, right, other than like a treble noise, other than a guitar string twang, to a bass noise like a bong, okay, that's kind of alarming for them too. So today we're going to talk about trying to get rid of the noise. It's not from the riser, okay? It's not from the riser. I have a video on how to quiet your bow, and it's from the limbs, okay? I had bought this decimal meter that we're going to use today, and I put these little hooks on there, silencing hooks on my string. Didn't make a difference because these puffs and my strings are incredible. So I'm going to take these off for the video. And since I glued these on, you know, not glued them on, I peeled and stuck these on, I'm going to take the first shot with these on, and then I'm going to try and get them off. And we're going to do a little experiment, and I have 4 of these that we're going to use rubber bands and place them on different parts of the limb to see what happens as far as the sound, all right? It's a little difficult with that sound meter I bought, because as soon as you shoot, it goes up to the high number, but it don't hold the number. So I got to adjust the camera mostly on that so you can see the high points, all right? So it's pouring rain out today, on and off. And what we're going to do is figure out how to quiet the limbs, okay? Get back. Okay, I bought the limb savers. These are for the recurve. And it said to put them by the end of the fade outs. And if you're not sure what the fade out is you can see the limb is thicker. And then where it goes down to the limb thickness here, okay, right here, that's where they want you to put them. So it's about 4 inches from the riser, okay? So I glued these on, and in hopes that it would be quieter, and it's still making like a drum noise, and I want to quiet that down. So since I glued these on, we're going to take shots with these where they are, see how many decibels they are. I'm going to remove them. I have more. We're going to put these on with rubber bands and try different locations to see if we can get rid of that drum noise. Okay, I'm going to take a shot now. Okay. Okay, since I can't do both, I'm going to stop it, review it, and talk about it. Okay, these are Limb Saver Broadband Recurve limb silencers. Okay, I peeled off the ones that were glued on. I have these put on with rubber bands. This way we have some kind of baseline to see how the rubber band works compared to them being glued on, and then we'll try different locations, okay? So, and for this test, we go right under the knock, and I gap shoot. I'm shooting like 8 feet in the house, okay? So here we go. We're going to see what we come up with. Once again, I can't see the number and shoot, so I'll review it and we'll talk again. Okay, let me review it and we'll come back. Okay, we have an interesting result. With the Limb Saver broadband and these rubber bands around it, I got 70.1 decibels. Actually 2 decibels quieter with the rubber band around the limb and this Limb Saver, okay? So we got 70.1, and we're going to change the location of this. I think we'll do it right now and shoot to see. Now, just for purposes of this, I'm going to put them up here. You see where the curve is? I'm going to put it right up here where it's flat, not on that working curve. I'm going to put it right up here where it's flat. So I'm going to shut this off, and we'll come back and we'll see what the results are. Okay, I moved these Limb Saver broadband recurve silencers down from the working part of the limb. And just to give you an idea, it's 10 inches on center. 10 inches on center, top and bottom. I had to add an extra rubber band top and bottom because when I shot them, the closer they are to the working part of the limb, they flew off. So let's see what kind of reading we get out of this. Okay, here we go. Okay, they stayed on. Let me check it and get back to you. Okay, so when you buy these Limb Savers, they recommend that you put them on the fade outs. And from what my little testing did was prove that, yes, that's the best place to put them for quieting. But the thing that was interesting I found out was because I put them on with rubber bands, that I actually got a quieter, 2 decibels quieter at this point here by the fade out by having rubber bands wrapped around it, because the vibration from the limb is now going through the rubber and this Limb Saver and lowering the noise, okay? So by the fade out it was 73.2, and then it was 70.1. So it's that, you know, 2 decibels quieter with this rubber band around it. And then when I put it up here higher, it was 74. It was a little higher, okay? It was 1 decibel higher than here without the rubber bands, okay? Okay, I normally put my puff silencers on, like this is a 58-inch bow. I'll put it 12 inches down on each top and bottom one. And I had a friend tell me that he believes, he read an article, that if you take the string length, which this happens to be 57, okay, and you divide it by 3 and you divide it by 4. So it'll be 14 1/4 and 19. And you put the string, you know, divided by 3 and divided by 4 longer up on the bottom, that it'll be quieter, okay? So we know that this is about 71 decibels. I just changed these puffs, slid them, and we're going to see what kind of number we come up with. Okay, let me see if this is on here. We'll put it on. Okay, it's on. See if we can see the number. Let's see if we could hear something in the sound. Okay, let me check out the number and I'll get back to you. Okay, moving the puffs made it 73 decibels, so it was 2 decibels higher than my normal 12-inch from the end of the, you know. So let's take one more shot, just for the heck of it, just to put this to rest. And then I'm going to move the puffs back like I always do, 12 inches, okay? So here we go. Okay, let me check it and we'll finish this up. Okay, the last test was another 73.5 decibels, so it was definitely louder with the strings being the third and the quarter, okay? Okay, so my little sound experimentation on this rainy day is done. And the puff situation, I'm kind of glad I tried that today because when I divided by 3 and 4 and set them, and I put them on a meter, they were actually a little noisier, so I put them back to 12. And like I said, there's little subtle things you could do that would change the reading on this, you know, $20 decibel meter I bought, okay? But it is pretty interesting. I think the most interesting thing I found out today was that, yes, the limb saver that are meant for the recurves, they are supposed to be put on the fade outs, but when I added the rubber bands, they did decrease the sound quite a bit because the vibration from the limb, because it's wrapped around the limb and the limb saver, the rubber bands, it did quiet it down a bit. So, you know, that was something neat to find out. I just wish it didn't look so horrible. Oh, we got them rubber bands around there. It looks like crap, but I don't care. You know, I'm going to take it hunting with the rubber bands on because it quieted it down a little bit. All right. Like I said, I was sick with Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Didn't get a chance to hunt much. I sat out a few times. I could have shot a turkey. They were right next to me. I'll add some video of the turkeys just walking past. I use a little net blind and a chair so they don't see my movement, you know, and then a head and a face mask. And I have a lot of luck getting close to game with that setup, you know. So I'll post a couple of pictures.